Hello and welcome to my channel, My Garden, My Passion. Today I would like to talk to you about the Spanish moss or the Spanish beard. It is scientifically known as the Tillandsia usneoides. I hope I have got it correct, but let us go by the word Spanish moss or the Spanish beard. That is easier to remember. So, but wait, don't mistake the words Spanish and moss, because it is neither native to Spain nor is it a moss. So, it just resembles a moss, and that is why it is called as a moss, whereas it is native to some parts of North America or the southern parts of North America, Mexico and West Indies and some South American countries. And in its native it grows on oak and cypress trees. So, when the Spanish conquerors came to those areas, they had long beards, and so they started calling these plant as Spanish beard, because it resembled the beards of Spanish people, and so it is commonly called as the Spanish moss. Well, this Spanish moss is an air plant, in the sense it draws its nutrition from the air itself. In nature or in its native, as I said, it grows on oak and cypress trees, but it takes only the support of the branches to grow. It is an epiphyte, in the sense it will not take any nutrients from the plant like parasites do, whereas it takes only the support of the branches to grow. So, we will not talk much about the details of it in its native, but it has become very common these days in the gardens as a garden plant, and many people are growing in India also this plant as an ornamental plant. So, these air plants have stem. You can see there are long stems, then you have these leaves, and you also have some tiny flowers that are growing, though it is not common to have the flowers. Only today one of my friend mentioned that there is a flower in her plant, that which I have given, and so I searched and I also found this little tiny yellowish color flowers. I read that you get different colored flowers, but mine is yellow in color, very tiny and insignificant, but I am happy to see that there is a flower in my plant. There are small tiny flowers here and there. This plant does not have roots, so it does not require any soil to grow in, and as the name says, it is air plant, just growing in the air, drawing its nutrients from the air. And so, I find it a very easy plant to grow, and I have been growing this plant from the past 2 years. I bought one bunch, it was much smaller than this also, from a local nursery. It cost me about 450 rupees. I found it expensive, but I did buy it because none of my friends had it. And after that I have multiplied and given many of my friends. You can here see small bunches which I have multiplied. Over a period of time, they will also become big like these. So, I have given these, and you can decorate them with these shells. There are different ways of displaying, but one thing you should remember, that I have put these plants or tied it up with thread, cotton thread. When you buy, sometimes they give you in metal, but somehow they say that it does not do well on metal. So, you use plastic. One or two I have with the fish net plastic, and the others I have with the thread, and it is left to you how you decorate it. Some put some attractive strings and all. I have mostly put in the seashells. So, coming to its care, it is very simple. As I said, my balcony, or rather this place what I am standing is north facing. So, it neither gets the morning sunlight nor it gets the evening sunlight, but it gets bright light throughout the day, and I think it is best suited. I have put some in the east facing balcony also. There also they are doing well, because it gets sunlight only for an hour or two in the morning. So I don't know how it will do in other places, since it grows in its native on the trees where there is a shade of the trees. I presume that it will not do well in sunlight, and I don't want to take the risk by putting it in sunlight. And the only care that you have to do here is to water it. Watering also need not be very consistent, or rather I have not been very consistent in watering this plant. Whenever I remember, I water the plant. And there are two methods of watering the plant. One is you can dip the whole bunch. Okay, just take this out and dip the whole bunch into a bucket of water. Leave it there for a little while, or else there is another method, and that I take this and spray it. So I don't prefer this spraying method because all the inner parts may not get the water properly. So once in a way, when I am lazy, I use this method, but otherwise I prefer the dunking method. See, this plant looks so dry before, and once you water, it looks green and nice. So this is the only care that you have to take about this plant, that is watering it. Apart from that, I don't do anything else. Some people say they use fertilizers, but it's more than 2 years now since I've been growing these plants, and they have grown very well with only this much of watering. The watering also, as I said, is quite infrequent. During rainy season, maybe I water it once a week, because there's lots of moisture in the air during that time. Whereas in summer, once in 3 to 4 days I can water it. And then see, you can see I left it in the water. Once I kept it in the water overnight, and I got so scared, thought I've lost my plant. But there was no problem. I got up in the morning and I just dusted it and hanged it that way. So hanging is the best way of having this plant. So many people keep asking me, how did you manage it? Will it grow well? Because it costs a little more, they are hesitant to buy the plant. So I suggest that you buy this plant, and it's very easy. With little or no care, you can grow it in a place. So now suddenly I have been seeing that there are so many flowers. So happy to see them. So you can have these and enjoy the uniqueness of this plant. I hope you like this video, and for more such videos, please subscribe to my channel, My Garden, My Passion. Thank you.